Welcome to ML's English Podcast, the show where English learning meets mindset growth.
That's right.
Whether you're here to boost your vocabulary, speak with confidence, or build a strong, unstoppable mindset, you're definitely in the perfect place.
We're glad you're here.
Get ready for some powerful tips, real conversations, and high energy that will move you forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is more than just a podcast. This is your new routine for success.
Let's get into it.
All right, let's dive into something really crucial today. We're not talking about, a new verb tense or some tricky idiom.
No, not this time.
Instead, we're zeroing in on those invisible blockers, the things that stop so many English learners from really breaking through to fluency.
It's a common problem, isn't it?
It really is. It's kind of wild when you think about it. Millions of people study, they put in the effort, but they just hit a wall. And often it's not about intelligence or how hard they're working, but it's about falling into these really common yet often, unrecognized traps.
That's absolutely right. It's fascinating how our whole approach to learning shifts as we get older.
How so?
Well, think about how babies learn language. They just babble, they make funny mistakes like I goed or something.
Right, totally uninhibited.
Exactly. And they're rarely criticized harshly. They keep experimenting. But as adults, oh boy, we develop this intense fear of making mistakes. We expect perfection, like right away.
Yeah, that pressure we put on ourselves.
And that mindset, that pressure, it actually creates our biggest roadblocks. Like, take vocabulary, for instance. Did you know many people think they should learn a word after seeing it once or twice?
Sounds familiar.
But the research, it actually shows you probably need to see a word maybe 5 to 16 times to really remember it properly.
Wow, 5 to 16, that's a huge difference from 1 or 2.
It is. And that gap between expectation and reality, that's often what sets us up for frustration, not, success.
That's a really powerful point right there. It shows how our thinking itself can be the first trap.
Precisely.
And speaking of traps, let's tackle what many say is the biggest one. The fear of speaking trap.
Yes. The big one.
I've seen it so many times. Students who are brilliant readers, excellent listeners, but when it's time to actually open their mouths and speak, they just freeze.
Complete freeze.
It's like all that knowledge gets locked inside their head.
It's a very real internal battle. You can almost picture it, right?
Yeah.
Students about to say something.
Yeah.
Boom. Inside their head, this huge checklist pops up.
Yeah.
They're trying to translate word for word, check the grammar, worry about their accent.
Oh, accent worry.
Right. And they start imagining all the bad things. Embarrassment, being misunderstood, people judging them.
And while that's happening...
Exactly. By the time they've mentally jumped through all those hoops, the chance to speak, it's gone. The conversation moved on.
And the sneaky thing about this trap is it feels like you're doing something useful. You're studying, learning words, understanding more.
Yeah, you feel productive.
But without actually using the language, speaking it, all those skills stay, trapped. You understand, but you can't actively use it.
It's like you said, like studying a map meticulously, but never actually leaving the house.
Exactly. So what's the way out?
The core solution here is fundamentally changing how you think about mistakes.
Okay.
Instead of seeing errors as like failures, successful learners, they see them as helpful information, data points.
Data points. I like that.
Every little slip up, every wrong word, it's just feedback. It shows you exactly where you need a bit more practice.
Makes sense.
And let's be real, native speakers. We make mistakes all the time. We stumble over words, use dodgy grammar in casual chat, mispronounce things.
True.
But the difference is we don't let it stop us mid-sentence. The goal is getting the idea across, not linguistic perfection.
So how do we start putting this into practice? Like, what's a concrete first step to shake off that fear?
Start small, but be consistent. Set a tiny daily speaking goal, and the focus has to be on communication, not perfection.
Like what kind of goal?
Could be super simple. Record yourself for, say, 2 minutes just talking about your morning. Or describe what's outside your window.
Okay.
Or maybe commit to leaving one comment in English on social media. Or just talk to yourself out loud while you're cooking dinner.
Talking to yourself counts.
Absolutely. The key is creating a low-stakes, safe space. Somewhere you feel okay experimenting and, yes, making mistakes. Start with easy topics. Focus on just getting your message out, even if the grammar's wonky or the pronunciation's not perfect yet.
Right, focus on the message.
Think of it like learning piano. You wouldn't expect to play a Mozart piece just by reading the music theory, right?
No way.
You have to actually sit down, press the keys, Let your fingers learn the movements. Speaking's the same. You need to practice moving your mouth, making the sounds, connecting thoughts to spoken words actively.
That piano analogy really clicks. It highlights the physical side of it. You have to do it.
You got it. So find or create those daily speaking moments. Talk to the mirror, read a blog post out loud, repeat lines from a movie.
Shadowing, yeah.
Shadowing's great. Or find an online conversation partner, even 5 minutes a day. That regularity, way more powerful than waiting for some perfect hour-long conversation that might never happen.
Okay, that's super actionable. Let's move to trap number 2, the grammar study trap.
Ah, yes. The grammar rabbit hole.
This is a huge one. So many learners believe that if they just master every single grammar rule, they'll suddenly speak perfectly.
It's a common belief.
So they spend years memorizing complex tenses, irregular verbs, all the exceptions. And look, grammar is important for clarity, obviously.
Of course.
But this intense focus often backfires, doesn't it?
It really does. What happens is you start thinking like a computer, constantly analyzing every sentence before you say it.
Pausing mid-flow.
Right. You pause, mentally searching for the right tense, agonizing over the or a. It completely kills the natural rhythm of conversation.
Yeah, I can see that.
And here's a key thing from language research. Kids learning their first language. They don't study grammar rules in a book.
True, they just pick it up.
They absorb patterns by listening, by trying things out, by constant practice. They develop this intuitive feel for what sounds right. And adults, we can totally tap into that too, if we can just stop overthinking every single word.
So the goal isn't to become a walking grammar encyclopedia.
Not at all. The best English speakers, the most effective communicators, they're experts at sharing ideas, connecting with people. They see language as a tool for connection, not a grammar test.
Okay, so what's a better way to handle grammar?
Learn it in context, real situations. When you hear a new structure in a conversation or a movie or even a song, notice how people actually use it.
Pay attention to the natural usage.
Yes, and pay attention to the rhythm, the music of the language. Let your ear be your guide, Focus first on the grammar you need for everyday stuff, basic patterns. The complex, fancy rules, they can come later once the basics are solid.
And again, it sounds like the key is actually using it, not just reading about it.
100%. Practice grammar by speaking and writing. Learn a new structure. Okay, immediately try making a few sentences with it. Use it in your next chat. Write a short email using it.
Active application.
That's what makes it stick. Way better than just memorizing rules. And honestly, don't sweat the small grammar mistakes when you speak. Native speakers bend the rules constantly in casual talk.
We really do. Sentence fragments, slang.
Exactly. The most important thing is, are you being understood? Effective communication is the goal, not textbook perfection every single time.
That's really reassuring for learners. Okay, let's hit trap number 3. The comparison trap.
Oof, this one's tough, especially now.
Right. With social media everywhere, it's when you're constantly looking at how well other people speak English and feeling bad about your own progress.
Instant self-doubt.
You see someone online speaking super fluently and immediately think, why aren't I that good yet? We forget everyone's journey is different starting points, different amounts of time, different goals.
And social media makes this so much worse. You scroll, you see these polished videos.
The highlight reel.
Exactly. The perfect end result.
Right.
What you don't see are the years of practice, the countless mistakes they definitely made, the frustration, the times they maybe wanted to quit.
Yeah, you only see the shiny finished product.
And comparing that to your own messy everyday practice, it can make your own progress feel tiny or like it's not even happening.
And this comparison thing, it starts a really negative spiral.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You feel bad about your level, so your motivation drops.
Then you practice less.
Right. You study less, practice less, so you improve slower, which then just confirms your belief that you're not good at English.
Vicious cycle.
It really is. And sadly, it makes a lot of really capable people just give up. But the truth, the absolute truth, is that learning English isn't a race. It's your own personal journey. It unfolds at its own speed.
Yeah.
Maybe someone else has more free time, or they use English at work every day, or they started younger. That doesn't mean they're smarter. Just different circumstances.
So if you catch yourself falling into that comparison trap, what's the way out?
Shift your focus completely inward. Focus on your progress. Celebrate your own wins, big or small.
How can you do that practically?
Track your improvement. Remind yourself where you started. Set your own goals for success. What matters to you? Maybe it's understanding a movie without subtitles.
Or making a phone call without panicking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or writing an email without checking your dictionary 10 times.
Yeah.
Pick goals that are meaningful for your life, and then really celebrate when you hit them.
Acknowledge the wins.
Yes. Keep a progress journal, maybe. Seriously, just jot down new words you used, a conversation you managed, a grammar point that finally clicked.
Like an aha moment log.
Yeah. Then when you feel discouraged, look back at it. See the actual proof of how far you've come. And remember, everyone learns differently. You might be great at pronunciation while someone else picks up grammar faster. Find your strengths, build on them, and be patient with the areas that need more work.
That's such a healthier way to look at it. Okay, final trap for today. Trap number 4, the passive learning trap.
The comfort zone trap, I sometimes call it.
Yeah, that fits. This is where learners spend most of their time just consuming English, reading, watching videos, listening to podcasts like this one.
Hey now, listening is good input.
Haha, it is. But the trap is when that's all you do, or mostly what you do. You neglect the active practice, the speaking, the writing.
Right, and the result. You get really good at understanding English. Your comprehension is great.
Yeah.
But when it's time to actually use it, to speak or write, you struggle. The words don't come out smoothly.
And it's tricky because passive learning feels good. It feels productive.
It does. It's comfortable. You're learning new words, hearing accents, improving your understanding. It feels like progress.
But without the active part.
Without actively producing the language, your skills are kind of one way, input only, like wanting to be a chef.
You mentioned cooking earlier.
Right. You wouldn't just watch cooking shows constantly, would you? To actually become a chef, you have to get in the kitchen, chop things, burn things occasionally, bake things. You have to do it.
Makes total sense. Language needs that active doing part too.
Exactly. It's all about finding that balance between input and output.
So how do we create that balance?
The best way is to link them. Use passive learning for your input. Listen, read, absorb. Then right after, do something active with what you just learned.
Like what? Any specific techniques?
Yeah, a couple of simple ones. Try the echo method. After you listen to a bit of audio, like a podcast segment, pause it. Then try to repeat or summarize what you just heard out loud in your own words.
Ah, so you're processing it actively and practicing pronunciation.
Precisely. Another one is the summary method. Read an article. Okay, afterward, quickly write a short summary in English. Doesn't have to be long. It forces you to organize your thoughts and use the vocabulary you just saw.
Those are great ways to turn passive into active.
That's the goal. Build active learning habits. After any passive session, make it a rule. Do something active. Talk about it, write your opinion, discuss it even just with yourself in the mirror. That balance is everything for real fluency.
What about teaching? I've heard that helps.
Oh, teaching is fantastic. Try explaining a new concept or word you learned to someone else in English. Even if they don't fully get it, the act of explaining forces you to structure your thoughts clearly and use the language actively.
So transform those passive activities. Don't just watch the movie.
Repeat some lines out loud. Don't just read the news.
Summarize it or discuss it.
You got it. That active engagement is where the real gains happen.
So powerful. Okay, bringing this all together, let's talk about our useful phrase for the day.
Right. Our phrase today really sums up this whole discussion, I think. It's practice makes progress, not perfection.
Ooh, I like that. Practice makes progress, not perfection.
It's such a vital reminder. The goal of all your practice isn't to be instantly flawless. It's about getting better, step by tiny step.
Every practice session adds up.
Exactly. Every mistake teaches you something. Every conversation, no matter how clumsy it feels sometimes, builds your confidence and skill. It's about the journey of improvement.
How can listeners use this phrase?
Well, you can use it as a personal reminder, a mantra. When you feel frustrated, tell yourself, okay, my pronunciation isn't perfect yet, but hey, practice makes progress, not perfection.
Right, gentle reminder.
Or use it to encourage someone else. If your study buddy is scared to speak, you can say, don't worry about mistakes. Practice makes progress, not perfection. Keep it in mind, especially when you're feeling down about not being perfect. Focus on those small daily improvements. That's the real path.
That's a fantastic phrase to hold on to. So let's do a quick recap of the 4 traps and the solutions.
Let's do it.
Trap 1, the fear of speaking trap, feeling too scared to talk. The solution, see mistakes as learning chances. Focus on getting your message across.
Right, communication over perfection.
Trap 2, the grammar study trap, getting bogged down in too many rules. The fix, learn grammar in real situations. Focus on communication patterns, not just theory.
Learn it like kids do by using it.
Trap 3, The comparison trap. Feeling bad by comparing your progress to others. The key. Focus on your journey. Celebrate your own wins.
It's your race, your pace.
And trap 4. The passive learning trap. Only consuming English, not producing it. The solution. Balance input with active output. Speak and write regularly.
Input plus output equals progress. And these aren't just, nice ideas. These are real strategies that can genuinely change your whole learning experience, starting right now.
So what's the challenge for our listeners?
Pick one, just one of these traps that really hit home for you today. And for this week, make a conscious effort to avoid it. See what happens. Notice how it impacts your confidence, your progress. You might be surprised.
And maybe think about this as you go. What if the biggest thing holding you back isn't your ability, but just one of these hidden habits you now know how to change?
Something to definitely reflect on.
That's a wrap for today's episode on MLS English Podcast.
Great discussion.
If you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe, maybe leave us a review, and definitely share this episode with someone who's serious about growing, in English and in life.
Yeah, pass it on.
Keep practicing, keep pushing, and we'll see you in the next one.
Let's grow together.